Maggie, she knows the kings of France. Maggie declines to dance. She won't work in a factory, though parents think she should. She's inclined academically, and so far it's so. Maggie won't be a teenage bride. Maggie against the tide, she accepts the adversity. She always knew she could to attend university, and so far it's so. Maggie, so far, so far, so good. Maggie, so far, so far, so good. Maggie.
Hi, Janet.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Are you shopping?
Yeah, I'm busy.
Oh, yes. You are like that.
Well, there's that girl blathering as usual.
Oh, these two columns don't seem to balance out, Nan.
Just a wee minute and I'll help you, Jessie. What two columns?
Hello, Mum. Sorry I'm so late. I kept meeting folk.
Aye, I'll bet. Hello, Mrs. Scott.
Hello, Mrs. McKinley. How are you?
I can't complain.
Hello, Mrs. Scott.
You've fair been going to your dinner, you know.
I've only bought one pair of jeans. The ones I've got like a colander, look at them. And a jumper and a t-shirt.
Oh, that's a nice colour, that jumper.
Getting ready for your holidays, Maggie?
She's going up the glen with James.
I'm going to visit my gran.
James will be right in the middle of his A-levels now, won't he?
Mrs. Fraser lets me talk to him for 10 minutes every night before she starts making noises in the background.
Oh, you can understand her wanting him to do well.
And Jessie, you can understand everybody.
You'll be getting your high results soon, won't you?
Yes, I will.
Is it a job, Nan?
No. I tip for the 3:30 tomorrow afternoon.
What?
Don't tell me Andrew started betting on the horses.
Seems he has.
Oh, imagine Dad.
He's a close one, right, you know?
Yeah, he is. Purple Shadow.
Wait till we tell him.
I'll tell him.
Have you heard from Sandy, by the way?
I phoned last night. Did Maggie not tell you?
Oh, we were talking about something else.
How's he like in Toronto?
Oh, fine. He's staying with my cousin and his wife.
They've got a beautiful place by the sounds of it.
And what about their business?
Well, Sandy's taking driving lessons and then he'll do their deliveries for them.
That's great.
Ah, he was quite right to go when he had the chance. Well, especially after that disappointment with the football.
I suppose so.
Oh, he was, Nan. What was there for him here? Tam was just saying last night, if we'd been 20 years younger...
I know, Jessie, but Toronto's that far away, you know.
It's only 6 hours from Prestwick.
And a few £100.
Oh, well, we can all go there for our holidays when Dad's horse comes in. And it's Purple Shadow and Red Royal and Purple Shadow and Red Royal are never
Purple Shadow.
And they're coming into the home straight.
Purple Shadow, you do it.
What on earth's going on?
So you have a wee flutter in the horses, do you, now and then, Andrew?
Once in a blue moon. You can't keep anything secret around here. Pass the butter, Jean.
It's March. We can't afford butter. Especially since you're frittering away your money in betting shops.
Lay off, will ye?
Maybe he wins, do you, Dad?
Well, Andrew, do you?
Sometimes. But considering I only ever put on 50p.
Oh, well, you better bank Purple Shadow.
Why?
Got a feeling about it.
In that case, it'll probably trip and break its leg at the starting post.
Horses don't trip. Not just like that. And anyway, you shouldn't think everything's like yourself. Well, Dad?
I'll see. Harry Beatty usually knows what he's talking about.
Does he get inside information?
I ask no questions.
Quite right, too. Ignorance is bliss and a damn sight saver.
We'll need to decide what we're going to put on, mind you.
We'll need to decide.
Aye. I think we should all get into this together.
A family flutter. I can put £1 for my holiday money. What about you, Jean?
50p, it's all I can afford. Think they're going hosteling.
Who with?
Don't know yet.
Not Jackie.
We're finished. I mean it.
I think I could spare a couple of pound from the housekeeping. Do you see where I put my purse, Jean?
Oh, so you've too much money for the housekeeping, have you?
What about you, Dad?
Oh, I'll put on £2 as well. You're feeling it better be right.
That's £5.50.
100 to 1.
And who said anything about 100 to 1?
That was just me and my imagination.
Well, that causes enough trouble around here, madam.
Yeah.
Do you know, if this horse does come up, Andrew, do you think we could maybe have a wee holiday? Jess and Tam are going to Benidorm.
It's all right for Tom.
He's only got 2 mouths to feed.
Well, it needn't be Benidorm. I was thinking of Scarborough.
That wouldn't be cheap either. I'm overdrawn at the bank.
That's only because you've had to pay for the hotel fittings in advance. I'll get it.
We've still to get the money in.
I'll get the bill out tomorrow.
Hello, Maggie. Don't you recognise me away from my usual place? I'm Neil Grant, from the Glen. Your granny's Glen.
I was at the school with your father, you know.
Yes, I know. He often talks about you.
Does he now?
He tells me how the two of you used to take the odd fish from the river.
Poaching, Dad? You breaking the law?
Well. Anyway, fish should belong to everybody.
You're right there.
There you are, now, Neil.
Thanks.
Now, what can we get you to eat? You must be starving after your journey.
I can make you some cheese on toast.
I don't want to put you to any trouble.
No trouble. It'll only take me a minute.
It's very kind of you.
Don't
That's
mention
all
it.
right.
My mother was right to give you our address.
Do you know you could stay with us? You could have Sandy's bed.
That'd be great. It'll just be till the hostel opens. I came down a little early.
Oh, stay as long as you like. The bed's there doing nothing.
Well, if you're sure.
So, your dad's still in the old place, eh?
I don't expect he'll ever move now.
And he's a forester, just like his own father was. But you've come to the city.
Well, I'm going to be doing marine engineering at the College of Nautical Studies when it opens in September. In the meantime, I'm going to get some experience in with a shipping company.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yes, I think it should be. I'm really looking forward to it.
Have you always wanted to do that?
As far back as I can remember.
It's grand when you know what you want to do with your life, lad.
You're just like our Maggie. She's been setting her social anthropology for ages.
We may know what we want to do with our lives, but will we be able to do it? That's the big question.
We must go on as if we will, don't you think?
You're quite right, lad.
Oh,
It's about time you were getting down to open up the shop.
I'm just going.
There you go, Neil. Is it done enough for you?
It's great, just how I like it.
Neil's a nice lad.
Yes, he is, isn't he? Never really got to know him much in the Glen. Thought he was shy.
Doesn't seem shy now. Not too forward either, though.
Oh,
So you can do it neat now, Maggie.
I'm doing my best. Not a trained typist.
Typing course could come in useful.
For what?
In case you change your mind.
I won't.
Secretaries can pick up good money.
So can astronauts. There.
Seems all right.
Pretty hefty bill.
It's a big job.
I will get rid of your overdraft now.
Just as well. Makes me nervous being in the red.
What about Mum's holiday?
Dare say I'll manage something for her.
Good.
He reminds me of myself at that age.
Who knew?
I arrived in the city carrying a suitcase.
Thinking the streets would be paved with gold.
Hardly that. Only wanted a half-decent job. I'm thinking, Maggie, we might just let him stay on here as a lodger, eh? It can be lonely when you first come to the city. We could always be doing with the money.
That's a good idea. I'll give Mum someone else to fuss over. Right, I'm just going to post this. And then I'm going over to see the Scots. Okay?
Right.
Get that off me. Big hole, eh?
Well, is he keeping you hard at it?
Yeah.
I know what he's like.
Oh, aye. Real slave driver. And no more of that. I've warned you.
I like the new acquisition. Suits you.
Thanks. Only go and get that patch finished.
Tea, folks.
Great.
Yeah, can't be any joke trying to get order out of this chaos.
Yes, it does tend to have that unlived-in look.
Could I have some juice, Mum?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I'm thirsty.
All right, all right.
Have you decided yet about the job?
Yes, I'm going to take it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose I shouldn't be. I mean, I'm glad for you if that's what you want. But I'll miss the both of you.
Oh, Janet's not going to go up straight away. We thought it better if I got my own to begin with. See if I like it. David, I've told you. That'll do.
Behave yourselves and sit down. Come on. Here. Couple of pests. As Colin told you, he's about to take off for the depths of rural Aberdeenshire.
It's a pity it's not in Venetia. Then I could come and see you when I visit my gran.
How's your lodger, by the way?
Oh, fine. Settled in like a dirty shirt. It's dead easy to get on with.
How's he liking the town?
Oh, very much. He finds it a lot more exciting after the Glen.
I can understand that.
So how do you think you like the country?
Okay, I imagine.
Oh, he's always had a hankering for country life. Haven't you, Colin?
But you haven't.
Oh, I'm a townie, and I like living in Glasgow.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheery bye.
Purple Shadow won by length.
Oh, fantastic. What were the odds?
2 to 1.
Oh, that means we've won.
11 quid.
Is that all?
11 quid's 11 quid.
Oh, I told him he should have put on 100.
Now, where would I get money like that?
Here, I hope you put something on, Tam.
20 quid. Buys a couple of new bikinis.
Is that all right for you?
He's a noble nice lad. No trouble to have in the house at all. In fact, it's a pleasure.
He's handsome too, Kathy. You never know. You might get off with your Jean now she's finished with Jackie. That's just what I was saying.
What age is he?
18. Going on 19.
Thanks, Isabel. You could start shampooing Mrs. Campbell now.
Would you like to come over to the basin, Mrs. Campbell?
Oh, thanks, Isabel.
That's absolutely.
How's things with you then, Isabel? Still saving hard?
It's difficult putting money away every week. You get fed up at times.
It'll be worth it though in the end. To get your own wee house.
I suppose you're right.
What's 15% of £250?
£37.50.
That was quick. You must have been good at maths.
Still must be if he's doing any kind of engineering.
Wish I was. Good at maths.
I'll help you with your O grade.
Will you?
Sure.
Get you to it.
Mum and Jessie don't know one end of a form for another. Which reminds me, I need to go and pick up Mum from the hairdresser's. Go and get her some new shoes. Oh, and I need to take those taps along for Kathy's sink.
Mum will be ages yet.
No doubt. Kathy likes to give her customers value for money.
Hi, Mike.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, you haven't met Neil yet, have you?
Hey, Mike, this is our new lodger.
Hello, Mike. I see they've got you pressed into service already.
Folks round here go through an awful lot of toilet rolls.
Get that in.
He's upstairs asleep in front of the telly. Is there anything wrong?
Well, I've just been along at the hotel.
What, the one you and Dad are working on?
I just went along to check everything was okay. Anyway, while I was there, the painters got pulled off the job.
What for?
They say that the main contractor's going bust.
Oh, no.
Oh, but building's always a dicey business, though, isn't it?
You can say that again. Anyway, better go and break the news to your dad.
Aye, well, he won't be sleeping after he hears this.
So you're going to Scarborough for your holidays?
Aye, all being well. They just finished a big job.
And I heard you'd winning the horses.
Made all of £11. Spent it in a Chinese carry-out and a couple of bottles of wine.
Money goes nowhere these days, so it doesn't.
Oh, there's Neil himself now.
Hi. Neil's brought the new taps for the sink, Kathy.
Oh, that was very kind of you. Nice to meet you, Neil.
Pleased to meet you.
This is my assistant, Isabel.
Hello, Isabel.
Hi.
Isabel, give Mrs. Campbell a hand. She's got a roller stuck in the dryer.
Oh, yes. All right, Mrs. Campbell.
Aye, thanks.
I suppose there won't be too many hairdressing salons in your part of the world.
Not too many. There is one in the village, though. My mother gets her hair done about once a month.
Oh, fancy that.
Oh, I know you find it difficult to believe, Mother. You're quite civilised up there, you know.
Where'll I put this, Kathy?
Oh, just leave it on the side there. Thanks very much, Neil.
My dad will be on Monday to fix it.
That's great.
Does it not hurt? Getting your hair all wound up like that.
The things we women put up with for you men.
You're Glaswegian, Isabel.
Born and bred. How you liking Glasgow then?
I like it very much.
Well, I don't understand, Andrew.
I've told you, Nan. The builder's gone bankrupt.
Are you sure?
Aye, it's been confirmed.
Well, what's that got to do with us?
Means he won't be able to pay us, that's what.
After all the work you've done.
And paid for the fitments.
Can you not sue him?
Oh, what's the use when he hasn't got any money? Anyway, you can't sue bankrupts. That's one of the reasons they declare themselves bankrupt.
So he just gets away with it?
He won't get away with much. He'll be out of business. And so will we.
We'll just need to do something about it.
Like what?
Hiya. I didn't expect to see you and Alexander.
Thought we'd come along for the ride. It's Alexander's half day.
Oh, Maggie.
Hiya.
How nice to see you again, Maggie.
Oh, I'm really pleased you could come, Mr. Fraser.
I'm delighted that you called. And I'll be even more delighted if I can find some way to help you.
How are you in miracles?
Hello, you're minding the shop.
That's right.
Where is everybody?
In consultation with Mr. Fraser Senior.
I brought this round. Mrs. McKinley left it when she was in on Saturday.
Well, I'll give it to her if you like.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You been busy today?
I run off my feet.
On a Monday?
Pens for senior citizens.
They're going to be up there for a while by the sound of it.
Oh, do you know Isabel Alexander?
No, we haven't met.
I believe we're on the same line of business. Pleased to meet you.
How'd you do?
Cheerio. And thanks for coming.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Fancy Mr. Fraser lending us the money.
It's to be repaid with interest, mind. Strictly on a business footing.
And where are you going to get the money to pay him back?
Nobody's put a job our way. Another big one.
But how can you be sure this one will pay?
She's got a point there.
It's a friend of Mr. Fraser's. Mr. Fraser doesn't have the kind of friends that go bankrupt.
Well, I thought it could happen to anyone.
Kindly keep remarks like that to yourself, Jean McKinley. We only want positive thinking round here.
It's halfway to Edinburgh, that's the only thing. It's not going to be so convenient.
Oh, Dad, for goodness sake.
I wasn't complaining, just remarking.
You'll get to Scarborough yet, Nan.
Aye, well, we'll need to wait and see.
Where would we be without Maggie and her influential friends?
She'll just need to marry into the family.
I'm sure you'd all be willing to sacrifice me.
I wouldn't call that a sacrifice.
How long is it going to take us?
Maggie, Mike's had an accident.
Could have gone out with him at least. One date wouldn't have killed me.
Now stop it. You're talking as if he's dead already.
Jean.
Wonder if he's here for Mike.
Maggie. Where's Kathy? How is he?
He's still concussed. He's got head injuries.
Oh, no.
He wasn't wearing his helmet.
Mike?
I know we can't understand it either.
How bad are the injuries?
Well, they won't know for a day or two. They've got to do tests and things.
So you really care about him after all?
Of course I do. I haven't known him since I could walk. You not worried?
Dead worried. What if he's got brain damage, Maggie? Could be a vegetable for the rest of his life.
Don't say things like that. Don't even think them.
Excuse me.
Do you have to keep doing that?
Suppose not. What do you think about Neil and Isabel then?
What do you mean, would I think about them?
I think they fancy each other.
Honestly, you're worse than Aunt Jessie. I saw Isabel with Brian the other day.
Well, maybe you did, but that's probably a blocked site.
I can tap. What's the answer at them? McKinley and Campbell, can I help you? Oh, hello, Kathy. Oh, thank goodness for that. Yeah, right, I'll see you.
Has he recovered consciousness?
About an hour ago.
Are you quite comfortable? Good.
Hello, Maggie.
Mike.
Didn't recognise me, did you?
Well, with that disguise on, what are we going to do with you, Mike Bruce? Give us all a fright like that?
You haven't come and nag me, have you?
Certainly have. And to feed you up, grapes from Aunt Jessie, blackcurrant syrup from my mum. She says you have to drink it to keep your strength up. Piece of chocolate fudge cake, hand-baked by June. And a packet of sweets from me, because I know you've got a sweet tooth. Maybe you better not smile.
But I want to, now that you're here.
How are you feeling?
All right.
Why, do you want a sweet? So what happened? Or don't you want to talk about it?
Dog ran out. I swerved.
Stupid people that let dogs run loose.
It's all right. I missed him.
But hit a stone wall. Mike, why didn't you have your helmet on?
That's what the police want to know. They could charge me.
They wouldn't, would they? That'd be a bit mean. And what with you being...
Bashed up.
you're a bit chipped round the edges. What were you doing anyway?
I was just going round the corner. Literally. It didn't seem worth bothering. Oh, well, you win a few, you lose a few. How about that, sweet?
Okay, what kind do you want? I know, an orange and white one.
Oh, how was he?
Oh, quite chirpy. They look pretty awful.
Well, at least he's in the main, Maggie. That's the main thing. You get a visitor?
I don't feel like seeing anybody. Not just now.
Maggie, it's James.
So I finished my last exam and I jumped on the first train to Glasgow.
That was nice.
Is that all you can say?
It's just I wasn't expecting to see you, that's all.
But I wanted to surprise you. Seems I have.
I am pleased to see you.
Honestly?
Yes.
Good. Just think, I've finished my exams. We've finished. And we've got the whole summer ahead of us. Isn't that fantastic?
Maggie, she knows the kings of France. Maggie declines to dance, she won't work in a factory. Her parents think she should. She's inclined academically, and so far it's so good. She's into Latin, she's into supermatter. She knows the kind of letter. There's no painter, decorator. Give due consideration to further education. She's a rebel of sorts. She's a rebel of course. She's a rebel on a level there's no one little me. Little Maggie will be a teenage bride. Maggie against the tide, she accepts the adversity. She always knew she could to attend university. And so far it's so Maggie, so far, so good. Maggie, so far, so good.